after, well, I lived here, actually, a long time ago. And one of the things I started doing here, well, I started going to a lot of baseball games here, first of all. I grew up in Iowa. We didn't have Major League Baseball. So, you know, at a fairly advanced age, like, you know, like after college even, I still had never seen a Major League Baseball game. And so I got here and just OD'd on it. Because it was, you know, because you got both. And pretty easy to get to. You know, you just hop a train, unless you're in the neighborhood, for one of them. And so it was really easy to go to baseball games. Also, I had no job at all. So it was also very easy to go to baseball games. Also, this was at a time in the Cubs' history when they were not only bad, you'll recognize that, but not very popular even. You know, not the hot ticket they are now, not this sort of tourist thing, and you know, even from other places. You gotta go to Chicago and see the Cubs, and you see the Sears Tower, get up there. And you know, they still got a couple Van Goghs over at the Art Institute, so get there too. Only you gotta go to the Loop. Just experience it. You know, Wabash, those streets. You'll think you're indoors, you know. It's just the elevated system there. So it was nice to just sort of have no job. I was playing open mics, you know, the first summer, fall I was here, like 7 nights a week. And I didn't, of course, drive. And most of the time, I just eschewed the you know, the transit system altogether for those. It's like, I'm gonna walk 2 miles to my open mic. I'm gonna walk back. That will make me a man. And that will get me ready to play any place. So, but that left the days free. Which on the north side in the summer means only one thing, you know, like Cubs at 1, drunk by 3, stagger home, sleep till 9, get up, walk to your open mic. Those were my days, it was good. And I started, while I was doing that, I started doing something that would sort of carry through what is so far my adult life, I guess, which is occasionally writing baseball songs. And it became such a thing that I suddenly, after a long time, had such a batch of them that I could even consider not only making a whole record of them, but making a double header. You know, 18 songs, you know, and have plenty on the bench. You know, didn't make the cut. It's not completely about baseball. It mentions it, no, I don't think so. It's got it in the title even, kind of. You know. But I started with this was one of the very early ones, and I'm going to try to remember. This was back before U.S. cellular field. You can imagine such a time. I decided to go to the ball game today, so I jump in the car and get on the freeway. But the night's real hot and the traffic's slow. I catch the first 3 innings on the radio. Miss 5 grand slams, well ain't that a shame? All's fair in love and war in a baseball game. Coming out to the game was such a fine thing to do. 50,000 other people thought so too. So I found me a scalper who can't be beat. $20 for a front row gold box seat. But the usher says, sorry, that's for yesterday's game. All's fair in love and war in a baseball game. So I ride my way in, and I'm glad I've been patient. I could all see the field with some imagination. I drove through the south side after dark for a view of the roof of Comiskey Park. The guy next to me thought he saw me looking at his game, so he punched me. That's fair at the baseball game. A hot dog, some peanuts, and a beer or two, the most balanced meal I ever knew. But some guy says, all right, let me hear you now. And everyone stretches, knocking over my chow. I almost get thrown out for spilling beer on a frame. That's the usher. Are they still the ushers? Woo-hoo! baseball game. Well, by the time I'm able to turn my attention to the players on the field whom I've hardly mentioned, I ask my neighbor, what happened? I missed the last play. He turns to me and says, rain delay. I waited 4 hours just to hear the umpire say, that's it, go home, no more baseball game. It took me 5 hours getting the old car back home without gas, but with newly tinted chrome. So I climb in bed and I turn out the light, dream of scalpers and bad bleacher seats all night. I needed plenty of rest so I could make the same trip the very next night to the baseball game.